The rain in Seoul sounded different. Not soft like romance movies, not peaceful either. It sounded like secrets hitting pavement, heavy, cold, guilty. The kind of rain that made people disappear. My name is Veronica, but most folks call me V. I've been in Seoul for almost 3 weeks. When the trouble found me, I was staying inside a luxury hotel in Gangnam. The kind where rich men cheat on their wives upstairs while politicians smile downstairs over $1,000 whiskey. I wasn't there for vacation. I was hiding. See, people think women like me just wear black dresses and smoke cigarettes because it looks sexy. No. Women like me dress like armor. By the time you realize we're dangerous, it's already too late. That night, I had just poured myself a drink when somebody slid a black envelope under my hotel door. No knock, no footsteps, just silence. I stared at it for almost a minute before finally picking it up. Heavy paper, expensive. Inside was a gold key card and a handwritten note. Midnight Dragon Room, come alone. No name, no explanation. Just trouble wrapped in pretty handwriting. I should have ignored it. But curiosity has always been the reason my life stayed complicated. Outside, thunder rolled across the city while neon lights reflected across wet streets below my window. Seoul looked beautiful at night. Beautiful enough to fool you. That's the thing about dangerous cities. They always sparkle before they bite. At exactly 11:55 p.m., I walked into the Dragon Room. The place sat beneath a private casino hidden under a luxury hotel. No signs outside, no advertisements. You either knew about it or you didn't belong there. Red lanterns glowed against black walls while slow Korean jazz drifted through the room like smoke. Rich men laughed too loud. Women in designer dresses pretended not to notice. Married hands touching their thighs beneath tables. Everybody in there was hiding something. That's when I saw her. She sat alone in the corner booth wearing a black silk dress with diamond earrings that probably cost more than my first apartment. Half Korean, half black, beautiful enough to ruin lives. She lifted her eyes toward me slowly. "Veronica?" Her voice was soft, controlled, but nervous. I slid into the booth across from her. "Depends who asking." She gave a tiny smile. "My name is Evelyn Park." Now that name meant something. Her husband Daniel Park was one of the richest tech investors in South Korea. Billionaire, famous, connected, untouchable. At least that's what the news said. But rich men only become famous for 2 reasons: power or sin, usually both. Evelyn leaned closer. "I need your help." "What kind of help?" Her eyes flickered toward the casino upstairs before settling back on me. "I think somebody's trying to kill my husband." I didn't answer immediately because women don't hire people like me unless the police can't help them or unless they're planning something themselves. "What makes you think that?" She swallowed hard because lately, Daniel's been scared. That surprised me. Men like Daniel Park didn't scare easy. They caused fear, they bought it, controlled it, fed off it. But before I could ask another question, Evelyn slid an envelope across the table. Inside was 50,000 American dollars, cash, clean, fresh. I looked back up at her. "Either your husband got dangerous enemies, or you do." She stared at me for a long moment, then quietly said, "Maybe both." The next evening, I attended Daniel Park's rooftop party. That man had money stacked on top of money. The rooftop overlooked the entire city skyline. Models walked around carrying champagne while politicians laughed beside celebrities pretending not to know each other. Everybody there wore fake smiles, including Daniel. Tall, sharp suit, cold eyes. The kind of man who shook hands like he was already calculating your funeral. But what caught my attention wasn't him, it was Evelyn. Every time she touched his arm, Daniel flinched. Not annoyance, fear, tiny, quick but real. And suddenly I understood something. This wasn't a wife afraid of her husband. This was a husband terrified of what his wife knew. Around 11:47 p.m., the lights went out. Complete darkness swallowed the rooftop. Then came the scream, sharp, female, terrified. People started panicking, glasses shattered, somebody fell. And then bang, a gunshot. When the lights finally returned, chaos exploded. Daniel Park lay beside the infinity pool, dead. Blood spread across the marble floor while expensive people backed away, trying not to stain their shoes. And standing nearby, Evelyn holding a gun. Nobody moved, nobody breathed. And in that moment, I realized this wasn't just another rich people scandal. This was war, to be continued.